Hello and welcome to your Tuesday Thoughts Tarot reading. This is a free reading I do and I put it up on YouTube for your entertainment to see if it helps you, helps guide you, makes you feel better about life. It's just purely there just as a marker of the energy at the time and something that you can go back to and just revisit as well. You'll also see on my YouTube some channelings I do from Spirit, which are also available to listen to, and some little meditations that I've downloaded as well. Today's Tuesday the 7th of January. Happy New Year. I hope you're all okay. You can probably tell I'm suffering still a little bit from a flu. I got the dreaded flu. I got it at Christmas and it wasn't too bad to start, and then it kind of hit me hard a couple of days, and now it's not too bad at all. But it is still lingering in my nasal and makes me cough a little as well. So you will have to bear with me. But one of the best things I think to do, which came up in the little quick read, which I'll upload on Instagram soon, is energy healing. Energy healing can help. I have been doing energy healing while I've been unwell, and one of the things that made a massive difference to me was my diamond dust meditation. In it there is a violet flame clearing, and it just completely changed my physical. I did it in the evening and I was feeling pretty rotten. I was completely bunged up, you can't breathe, your throat's sore, etc, etc, and it just shifted everything. So I think attending to that, I've done some angelic Reiki myself as well over the time, and it's certainly helping. So healing is not a magic wand. Healing is something that will assist your body in moving your body in the right way so you recover, and possibly at a quicker rate as well. It really helps get the toxins out, which is what's happening, and replaces that better energy in the body, replaces healthier chi in the body. So the Ankh came up from my Egyptian deck earlier when I did the Instagram read, and bear with me. Sorry, I just had to move my little table from that side to this side because it would be too far for me to reach over there. So can't remember what I was saying. So I've got the deck, and let's see what the tarot wants to inform us of. I do have a few other decks as well to the side, so we might get some clarification and just a little bit more information. It's January. We're just fresh in the new year. There's lots, okay, that's coming out. There's lots ahead, and it's almost time, you think you want to go guns blazing in January, and you can spend time thinking, considering, working out your goals, working out your plans. What is it you want to achieve? And something that I took on board was, what is your priority? What is your priority? What are you making your priority this year? And unless you make it a priority, it is not going to come to fruition. So things like that can be done without you pushing too much. Contemplation. People have forgotten how to think and contemplate. If you're just sitting there thinking, people think there's something wrong with you. They think they have to interrupt you, ask you something. I saw someone today and they were just sitting on a park bench, just thinking. And that's it. We need to not be on our phones the whole time. We need to not be in front of screens. And we need to have a little bit of our own personal time away from people as well, because the noise and the chatter will not allow you to think. And the thoughts that you have will be just repetitive thoughts of whatever's going in. But contemplation, pause, that allows your mind to expand. That allows you to look at all avenues of an angle. And sometimes you need to let the mind unravel like that. It's like a ball of wool unraveling. And then you can, it's like when you're knitting and you drop a few stitches, so then there's a hole in the jumper, and then you have to pull the wool back to that, past that point, so then you can put the needle in again and start again, and then not drop any stitches, so you're moving up and it's a full textile. But what happens is, as you pull to get back to that hole, the wool has already been pushed into its little stitch, so it comes out and it's quite bobbly or curly, and you have to then wind that round the ball of wool until you get it back to that spot, and then you can use it again. So I don't know where that's coming from, but it's something about sometimes you just have to sit and allow your mind to wander, to pull itself out of that stitch. You've got a problem. You need space. You need to let that mind wander to all scenarios, and it will jump around and it will say, yeah, but what about that scenario? And have you thought about that? And have you thought about that? And if you hadn't given yourself that little bit of space, you'll be going into that next meeting or that next communication with no deeper understanding. No, it'll be quite limited. You'll be just based on what piece of information you had. Whereas allowing yourself to unravel that mind and then pick it back up again. So you're kind of going, okay, now I know which direction, now I know what we want, now I know what it's going to look like. Now I know I need to think about that and that and that those things are important, which wouldn't have come to me if someone just asked me a question. But because I went for, say, for example, you can do it on a walk, that allows the mind to expand. People do it on runs as well. They go on a run and it just, the mind goes off and maybe does, it's like a cleansing. It does what it needs to do, cleanses. Why am I not shuffling? My brain is a little bit mush, but I am a lot better than I was. So if that makes any sense to any of you, let me know. Let's get some cards for the group for 2025. We're doing January, that's too many. January 2025. As I say, I hope you're well. If you're not well, healing can help. Vitamin, make sure your vitamin and minerals are in balance. So it's not just getting your vitamin D levels up, but make sure you're taking your zinc, your magnesium, your selenium. Too many. Okay, can we have a message, please? Thank you. Don't know what that is. Can we have another message, please? Oh, yeah, of course. Thank you. And can we have final outcome, please? Final outcome. We'll have to go with that. Oh, very good. Right, so the first card is the Nine of Pentacles. So the Nine of Pentacles is this lady who is very much a worker. So pentacles are all about work. So you can see we've got the pentacles on the vine, they're growing tall. You've got grapes on the vine as well. So there's a lot of fruitful work going on here. She spent a lot of time and energy. She's kind of independent lady. She is able to build her own money. She's able to go and earn and get a check at the end of the day. So this is a woman who is happy to be independent, happy to be self-sufficient. She's established a degree. She has certain vines here which have taken root and borne fruit. So there's a certain amount of development that has occurred for you. She's very much in the nature, in the earth energy. So the earth energy is very strong energy that maybe we need to connect to in January. It's like grounding energy. It's putting our roots down. What are the new roots? So you want to sow new seeds. So you have to set these seeds deep in the ground. What are you setting so the roots can take hold and that they can grow? It's not forgetting there is a castle here. So we have to be mindful of building so we can have this home to live in. We have to earn money to have this home to live in. But also everything that castle represents to her. She's the huntress. She went out to make her millions. You know, she's got the hawk here, which is that seeing higher, you know, seeing above everything. Or it could be an eagle. Because I think even if it's an eagle, they call it hawking, don't they? Which is spirit. But I'm getting there's something about the home as well, and measuring and balancing work and home. And that can be difficult because we can be quite driven. And women especially have so much more freedom to go out and earn our own money and do our own thing. And we've picked things that we enjoy as well often. So you're doing something that brings you some satisfaction. But there is something coming through to me about the home. And it's in the back of my mind, and I'm not sure what that's about. But we'll move on. So the Hierophant is establishments. So it can be banks, it can be buildings, governments, that sort of situation. But in this case, it's also about mind, body and soul. It's that spiritual connection, religious connection. It can represent emotional connections, so emotional ties to family, brothers, sisters, cousins, aunts, uncles, that type of thing. So there might be something to do with this independent woman and a connection to someone that has an emotional tie. So that person might be coming in some way. There is unlocking of secrets as well. So we've got the keys here, and we've got the book. Or it could be the keys to unlocking your heart, or the keys to unlocking wisdom. Because you can see he's got the two fingers pointed up. I often talk about the Tai Chi sword going up. So sword of truth, but sword of power, sort of imagination, direction, intention can be used here to manifest. He's got a book which has clear pages, nothing written. So perhaps he is downloading information that he can put in a book. Somebody in your family sector may be spiritually connected and able to download information for you. Could be like the Akashic record that came up earlier for me as well. And he's got one leg uncovered, so it's about showing that spiritual side of yourself as well. So you may be able to work, you may be able to earn your own money, but you do get a lot of guidance from that above. So we've got the 3 tiers on his crown, so mind, body and soul. So it's showing the levels that his wisdom's coming in through the crown chakra, but it's for all of his levels, for his mind, for his body, for his soul. So his emotional senses, his mental senses as well. But very much sort of in a studious way as well. So there might be some study, something that you need to work on. He's got 2 pillars here, so pillars of strength, and what else am I getting? I'm not afraid to step forward into life, not afraid to, there's something about this. So it may be something to do with an established building, or moving into a building, or taking your work into a different building. And that might be spirit directed. So it's coming. So whatever movement may be coming, establishing yourself slightly differently. Even on my walk today, lots of different pieces of the puzzle fitted into place. You might think at the end of December, why is this not happening? Why am I not getting that done? Why is there not enough time left at the year? It's the end of the year now, and I didn't get that done, and I didn't get that done, and I didn't get that done. You might feel disappointed. And then you go for a walk in January and you realise why you didn't get it done. And in a way, you're saved. It was a protection. And you think, aha, right. So we can push ourselves because of our desires, but things really need to be focused on and thought through and worked on properly, to be done properly. So I think if you're someone who is independent, who is building your own money, who is doing something business-wise, there is a need for it to be proper, and that is the information that's coming through. So then we have the 3 of Pentacles. So the 3 of Pentacles is a nice card. We've got money. The money is here. We've got 3, although we have gone from the 9 to the 3. But this is saying that something is sort of still in progress. It's not fully been built yet. So there's a bit of scaffolding here. There's a building that is not fully complete. So what we're trying to establish isn't complete yet. Yes, it's in motion. Yes, there's lots of things to do. Yes, there's room for it to grow. We've got a little vine here on the side, so there's room for it to grow and sprout fruits and bring more. But it's going to take more hours. It's going to take more effort. It's going to take you carrying through with things. Then you have to work out where, a builder has to work out where do they put the investment? Where do they want to put the money into the building? Is it better to clear the whole building, or is it better to replace the floor, or is it better to replace the roof, or is it better to replace the windows? So there is that element of, there will be a decision now of where I'm feeling now in January. It will start to, I'm sorry if, I'm sniffing, I've got the cold. You'll start to be pointed in the direction of what's clearly the thing you're meant to be doing. And I can get very distracted. I have all these ideas, and I just, the creativity, my energy is very creative. And so it's just shooting through all of the time with these new ideas. And I enjoy it so much that I go down these rabbit holes. And I go into all these different aspects of what I need to do to work on that, and what I need to do to work on that. But I have a feeling that I'm being brought back to spirit work. I have a feeling that other things haven't disappeared. They will still be built on. But I feel strongly that mediumship, spiritual communication, higher communication is going to be big. So let's see where we go. Hopes, wishes and dreams, we have the star card. So the star card is a lovely card. It's a very positive card. You can see the star here with all the little stars around it. So you could say it's like the sun and the stars as well. So this is our hopes, our wishes and our dreams. That light's very bright on the card, isn't it? So can we do that a little bit better? And she is here, and she's pouring oil on troubled waters. So whatever the issue is, we can heal it. This can be counselling. This can be talking therapies. So there may be a need to speak to somebody about what's going on. There may be a need to release some emotion over something that's happening. There is a butterfly in this card as well. So there's a period of transformation. But you're moving from that energy of work in progress into one of moving into your hopes, your wishes and your dreams. So positive. The star is so positive, but it does come with that therapeutic side as well, where you may need some support. You can need to ground your energy. You can need to be in nature, and it's sort of pouring water into the lake she's doing, but she's also pouring it on the land. So there might be something needing to feed the earth around you, needing to feed and water what you're growing. So we talked about the seeds going deep into the earth so that they can root and take hold, whatever it is this intention is. And then you're going to have to water these deep seeds in order that they can transform and grow and become your hopes, wishes and dreams. And as well with this, we would say star energy for me is all about the cosmos. It's all about light vehicles, light bodies in the sky. So there will be a nod to that this year for sure. And there may be people who are needing counselling and therapy when that comes on board. So all those people who are light workers, for example myself, will be able to help people manage and deal with and maneuver through this new understanding that comes across for everyone. Yes, so let's see what else we've got. We have justice, legal, law, lawyers, court cases. So justice is coming in to serve justice, to serve the truth. We had the sword of truth, I said that earlier, the sword coming in with the idea, the intention. And she is just reigniting that. So there may be some contract issue coming in. There may be a legal aspect coming in that you were not aware of. There may be some sort of legality that will need to be served in order for balance to restore. She is holding a little set of scales in the corner there. So she's got scales here. And they are representing balance. So justice never comes in to put things out of balance. She comes in to put things back into balance. And that can be because you maybe have trusted the wrong people. Maybe you went along with things and thought that everything was, all okay. But wisdom is coming and speaking to her ear. So she's going to do the right thing. She's going to make sure that the right verdict occurs. She can see beyond the veil. The veil is purple behind her. It's a spiritual veil. She is able to bring the judgment, the higher judgment, not just man-made judgment, but spiritual judgment through. She is certainly able to bring that. So there may be some legality that comes up with regards to what you're working on, what you're building, that might give you a bit of a wobble as well. So that might be why there is the talking therapies that are needed, or needing to speak to someone, and it's in relation to your hopes, wishes and dreams. So there's some legality with regards to your hopes, wishes and dreams, but she's coming in to do the right thing so that justice is served and that balance is restored. The owl is full of wisdom. The owl sees at night, hunts at night, sees in the dark, and can turn 360, sees all sides of things. So it's always that symbol of wisdom, and like Athena whispering, the owl would whisper in her ear the guidance. And it is like that psychic sense. Sometimes when you're clairaudient or clairvoyant, you see and you hear, and it is like there is an owl on your shoulder giving you the information. So hopefully justice is getting spiritually guided to make sure the right result happens. But it could be stressful because it is legality's court law. And you may feel overwhelmed by it. You may feel that you cannot get through. It's giving you sleepless nights. It's stressful. It's stressful. If there's a legal case coming up for one thing or another, it's stressful. And you might have sleepless nights, or you might just, try and close your eyes, but you can't stop thinking about this, and this. And especially when you have a cold or a flu, because you've got less distraction and you're just there with your thoughts. And suddenly your thoughts start popping up. And you're just going, oh my God, oh my God. You don't sleep through the night, so you're awake at different times. You don't get proper rest, so then your head is a little bit crazy. And that can be difficult. So it's almost like she is in her sick bed. And it's very frustrating when you're unwell, because you want to be well and doing normal things. But your head is so confused, and you have to give in to it sometimes. But you can see that her bedspread has got couples. It's, oh my God, also it's got the scales. Can you see? So she's got hearts all over it. She's got couples. She's got scales, and she's got the vase of water. And she's got butterflies on the bottom. So the butterflies would suggest that this is transformation, that we have room for change and transformation here. The hearts suggest that it's not as bad as we think. The scales say that we're trying to bring this back into balance. There's a need for healing to bring this insomnia, this stress, this overthinking, over worry back into balance. It reminds us of the the vessels, the water, pouring oil on troubled waters. That's what we want something to soothe the troubled waters. And the couple is, we are not alone. We are not on our own. So it looks bad, it looks stressful, but there's positivity being shown here as a remedy. And then we end up with the Lovers. It's getting very dark. The Lovers is a beautiful card because in general the Lovers means a positive relationship. So there can be a positive relationship coming in during this phase. It is a healthy relationship with a healthy dynamic. It is two people who are equals, who come together as equals, who have their own things going on, but who decide to come together, who have made that mature decision. They're not dependent on each other. They both have their own thing going on. But it is a new doorway. It is a new phase of love, true love, proper love, deep love, mature love. And we have Cupid here showing himself, so he's certainly out there with the bow and arrow. So just be mindful when you're out and about and you're mingling in groups, who's around you. You might see someone you like. It's always nice just to have a flirtation or say hello. The Lovers also can mean, just as a general card, a choice. So there's a choice coming for you, a choice to be made. In this, we see the gentleman choosing between two. So he's choosing between the lady dressed in the scarlet red, the passionate lady, the brunette, or the lady dressed in white, the innocent blonde. So he's choosing between the two sides of what he wants, or he's looking at two sides of what he wants in a woman. A lot of men would like a woman to be very innocent, but then to be not so innocent at other times. So it is this, and you can see the lady in red is actually considering as well. So understand that it's also your choice. You are choosing. So it could be a choosing of a partner, and you might have a few different suitors or possibilities coming in for you, vying for your attention. They may fall madly in love with you straight away. I've got Cupid here with just the heart, and that's coming from the heavens. So this is a heavenly guided relationship that is coming in, and hopefully that will help you manage the emotions. I just went to the underneath card because where are we going? We've just got to this, we've gone through this difficult phase, we've just got to this relationship, and we've got the Queen of Cups. So that's very much the water sign, the Piscean, Cancerian, Scorpio card. She's been on her own for a while. She has this huge cup of love to give. She's very emotional, very tuned in, very connected to the water and her psychic senses and mermaid energy, beautiful, beautiful, soft, flowing energy. So she's fabulous and she's the queen. So certainly for any water signs or anyone who feels they've been a bit isolated, a bit set out from life, a bit left almost like an island on their own, restricted, separated from others, that's coming to an end through this Lover's card. So, and she is there and she's got so much to give in that cup. She has this huge cup of love, full of gold and energy, and she's ready to give it. Underneath that we have the Chariot, which is moving fast, so when this comes in it's going to move fast. We have the Fool, which is new adventure, new journey, and we have the Knight of Swords, which is your knight in shining armor. So all very interesting. I think what it means is you're an individual who is certainly independent, and that's good because you're not depending on anyone else. That's why the Lovers comes in. It's not codependent, it's not toxic. You're independent, you're doing your own thing, you're spiritually connecting and taking the wisdom from the heavens. You're unlocking the wisdom of the heavens and moving forward and writing a new chapter in this book. Yes, you'll take it step by step, bit by bit. It won't be built in a day. Relationships aren't built in a day. They take work, they take time, and they may evolve over time as well and look slightly different to as it began. And this is your hope. This is your wish. This is your dream. And astrologically wise, it is the perfect timing. Justice is coming in to make sure that this happens. So whatever else needs to be cut loose in your life to allow this to happen, that's what's happening. It could be work. It could be the time you spend wasting on all these creative projects. Whatever it is, justice is coming in and saying, we need to restore balance. So we need to, cut away some things. And then you have the worries, the concerns that just come up while you're resting. All the different thoughts that can prevent you from moving forward. But we learned that we have support, we have love, we have balance. We have the energy of peace and love coming in for transformation. Because we are moving into a new stage. We're moving into new harmony. Very harmonious, very healthy. Okay, so let's see what other decks we might go to. I will not do this for too long because obviously I'm not 100%, but I'm almost there, and I just don't want you to have to listen to my nasal congestion. Okay, so let's give these a little bit of a shuffle. It's always nice to get a colour card. My colour card for January is Scarlet Red. Beautiful red root chakra work, which is all about relationships, foundation, money, wealth, earthing, grounding. All of these things, super important. Remember, your earth energy is also your stomach energy, your spleen energy. Your spleen is your money. Can we have a colour, please? Is that one coming? Okay, we'll take that one. Amber, awaken your creativity. Well, I just said I had to stop being so creative. And it's very gold and shimmery and shiny, isn't it? Gorgeous. Let me just change the lighting because it's got very grey on my computer. Okay, so we had amber. So I'm just going to put it on the back of that and read it now for you so you can see it. So it says, amber is a fantastic colour for increasing your creativity and strengthening your manifestation abilities. Interesting. Especially during January. We want to start manifesting in January. So use amber. Look at the gold, the shimmer gold. Maybe even find a piece of amber crystal, and wear it and tune into the power of the amber. It generates deeper bonds in relationships and teaches you how to give and receive affection. Well, that's what we need as well, right? If we're going to step into this new relationship, we need to know how to give and receive affection. Warmth, optimism, courage and spontaneity are among amber's gifts. Wear amber to awaken your creative talents and abilities. Hold a piece of amber or wear an amber pendant to remind you of your fun, creative, uninhibited self, which is important as well if you're going into a relationship. You want to kind of let yourself come out and play. It's been stressful if you've had an illness, you haven't felt great, so you're feeling a bit low energy. So you're kind of looking for the day where it's bright, the sun's out, you can buoy your energy up again. Think of 5 adventurous things you would love to do. Pick one that appeals to you the most and do it today. This could be singing, dancing, painting, writing, or creating something. Today it's reading cards. Give yourself permission to be playful, childlike, and joyous. Say, infinite intelligence, awaken my creative talents and abilities, freeing me to participate in amazing and fun experiences. So amber is very powerful. Do look up amber and see what you get from that. The bottom of the deck is turquoise, which is awaken your empathy, which is always good as well. And turquoise is higher heart, so it's a nice stone to wear if you need to communicate something lovingly as well. So we'll leave that one to one side. What have we got here? We have the Priestess of Light cards. Priestess of Light, which I love. Oops, a little bit of the bag. And these almost always back up the tarot, so it's a good deck to use. Can we have a message about the reading today? It seems to be pointing to... Oh, we've got a couple of cards. It seems to be pointing to the start of something new. So we've got 2. Let's just take the 2. The first one is wisdom, learning, joy, art and music. So that's that creative card again. Beautiful card with the swans, the pair of swans. We have beautiful park next to us, and when you go for a walk, you come across 3 big lakes as well, and there's swans in the lakes. And what I didn't realise is the pair of swans who lived there, they had 4 babies last year, and the babies are almost into their white feathers. There's a little bit grey, but mostly white now. But the parents are now starting their romantic ritual again, their mating ritual again. So they have banished the kids away, and so the kids need to leave, and so they can't be in the same pond as them. But just seeing the 2 together, the 2 that mate for life, that come back time and time again. Beautiful, beautiful, romantic story. Yes, it's a bit awful when they chase the kids away and attack them and just get out of here. But there are people who look after the swans and the ducks and the geese, etc. So we are lucky to have those people on board. But that's the first one. And the next one is, love this card. Whenever it comes up when I'm with someone like doing a treatment, it's just so beautiful when this comes in. So this is Angelic Assistance. Beautiful, beautiful card. And it says, divine guidance, loving support. Okay, so let's go to the... I want to read the Angelic Assistance one first. So that's number 6. Apologies, bear with me. So it says, this tender-hearted, smiling angel brings you a message of encouragement and support. Heavenly light emanates from the heart and hands, and the brilliance of divine consciousness shines down from above the top of her head. This vibrating resonance of healing and loving power is all around you, brought by the angels who long to assist you in every area of your life. If you have never turned to the angels before, now is the time to start. They are a very real presence in the world, and they can exert a significant influence on your life. If you have a problem that needs resolving or a project that needs some inspiration, the angels can help you there. Whether you're working on a physical issue or a difficult relationship, the angels bring clarity and healing. So stop resisting and open up to their very real power. Invite them to walk with you through your day. Ask for their guidance, energy, and joyous resolutions. Then let yourself stop and take a moment to receive. You'll be amazed by the healing peace and inspiration that comes your way. And the affirmation is, my life is filled with angelic power. I ask for their assistance and open up to their healing love. I did Angelic Reiki today, so that's beautiful. And with Angelic Reiki, I step out of the way. My healing angel steps behind me and works through me. So it very much signifies that for me today. They worked hard today, and every time I do healing or a healing angel works through me for someone, I also receive, and I'm very grateful, so thank you. And this makes me think, because I was talking earlier about the spiritual side, the energy side, the communication, spirit communication. This feels like that's part of it. Moving higher into being that mediator for the energy, for the words. It's interesting. Okay, 29 wisdom. So again, this is a nice card. The goddess Saravati holds a musical instrument in 2 hands and extends her other arms outward in joy. She stands at the door to the temple, encouraging you to enter a new period of learning and exploration. This card heralds a time of deepening wisdom for you. It may be gained through personal investigation or through school or some other formal courses of study. We did mention study. Don't dismiss the potential for learning. There is profound gratification that comes from this pursuit, whatever the subject may be. It's possible that your path of study will relate to some form of art or music. If you have an interest in these or other creative endeavours, now would be the time to dive right in. Take a class, go to a museum, or surround yourself with music and art that brings you joy. The swans represent the connection between the mind and the heart. And as you open your mind to greater understanding and to joyous new experiences, your heart will glow with inner satisfaction. In addition, your life force will sing the beauty, grace, and with beauty, grace, and irresistible attraction. The affirmation is, I always choose to learn and grow. The music and art of life inspires me. So it's much more about learning and how picking up something new, which is interesting. It's January. You might have decided, I want to learn a new thing. I was thinking, someone was talking about all these languages their child was learning. I was thinking, oh my God, yeah, I'd love to fit in a language or do something that maybe isn't work related to all of my different work things, but just something that I can learn and have an interest in if I can find the time, right? But certainly, and again with the swans, they liken it to mind and heart. So bringing those two together and maybe it's going to a class that you'll meet someone. Maybe it'll be interacting with a group that you are involved with in class. And you go to something social with them and you meet someone. So there's certainly something new here. It could be joining some group of any kind, like Tai Chi, like yoga, like walking. So that introduces you to new people, but also it expands your mind, it expands your synapses. There's something today that I was getting about synapses in the brain when I was healing. And how important it is not to stop learning. Even when you're older, you think, oh, that's me done now. But no, because as long as you can keep stimulating the brain with new things, and this is the thing, it's not enough to repeat what you already know. You have to keep introducing new things to get the synapses to create new points, to get it to light up, to get it to fire. So learning something new is actually coming in, and that's maybe you'll want to learn how to do Angelic Reiki. Possibly. So let's just see if we can get another couple of cards just to finish. We'll take it from the Guides deck, which is, these cards are really, really good. It's an old deck of mine. It's kind of falling apart, but Astro Guides. And let's see if we can get a message about see, mine goes blank. A message. Well, it wasn't blank. It went off down a different trajectory, and I was like, come back, come back, come back. A message for us today, perhaps for us who are feeling unwell. I was wondering, would that come through? Oh, that's so funny. The one card that jumped out. Anything else, Paul? No? No? Okay, so exhaustion, divine helpers. Are you feeling exhausted? Are you feeling tired? Are you feeling unwell? You will be exhausted. You will need the support. You will need to call in the angels, call in these beings of light to help you. The divine helpers. It's covered in green. Green is a great colour to wear if you're unwell. Green is very much the healing ray, and you can work with Archangel Michael as well. Not Archangel Michael. Archangel Raphael. Gosh, what's going on with me today? I think I've had my cap now. I can't do anymore. So they're offering their assistance. They're offering a star here, perhaps one of your hopes, wishes, and dreams, because that was the star. But you cannot achieve it if you're exhausted. You cannot achieve it if you're on the last rung of the ladder. You can't get up those steps. The prize might be at the top, but you can't get up because you're exhausted. So there is a real mindfulness about, if you are trying to achieve something, you have an intention, you have this desire to go and get it. But if you burn out, you can't get to the top of the stairs. So we need to watch ourselves, and when we need to rest, we need to rest. Let's get another card, please. Take the rest. Wear green. Oh, these are all mixed up in different ways. Wear green, great colour for healing. It's also the colour on the back of the cards. What other information can you give us, guides, that will help us with this first weeks of January? Okay, thank you. We'll just take those two. So the next one is judgment. So judgment in the tarot is it's kind of a crossroads. You're at this crossroads, and here you can see two people fighting, and they have a magnifying glass above them, so it's magnifying whatever this issue is. So you might come up against something with someone, and there might be some argument or some negative energy, and it's how, you can imagine like a magnifying glass on like a Tinder, not the app, like to start a fire, wood tinder, isn't it? Like the little woolen wood. It's kind of like little bits of wood that you can burn. But if you put a magnifying and the sun hits it, then it'll just burst into flames, right? So be careful with your perspective. Be careful with how you're blowing things out of proportion. Be careful with how you're making things bigger than they are, maybe. Move into your higher self. Move in and look at it from a higher perspective. What you're learning, what you're teaching, what you're learning about this person who's fighting with you. What are they revealing? What are you suddenly going, okay, so that's interesting. So the higher self won't judge you for being blind maybe to someone's charm. But there is a need, if there is some negativity coming into your life, if there's aggression, if there's some sticky situation coming, and you can get into it and get embroiled in it, but this card is saying maybe just step above it, look above it, and see from the higher perspective. And this is very blue, it's all blue, so blue is very calming. So we want to calm the situation down. We don't want it exploding, we want it to calm. And a way to calm is to move out of our ego self and move into our soul, our spiritual self, who is never threatened, because there is no ending in that soul or that spirit life. We are forever beings. So moving into that, there's a sense of security. And moving into that, we can reason better. And the final card today is appreciation. And here we have the hopes, wishes and dreams coming down again from God's hands. The stars are coming down. We have a couple coming together with a bouquet of flowers. We have the community in the background gathering, supporting, happy. We have flowers, which, everything is starting to bloom. So there's so much positivity and opportunity here. And a way to manifest is also through gratitude, through expressing gratitude. So show your appreciation for everything, for all the little things, for people that you've worked with, for people who have helped you, for everything that has happened. Show your appreciation. Offering something. It's 40, 40. 4 is a great foundation number. So you're making a foundation in the right way. We said that about doing the right work in the right way. This is how you do it. You appreciate the people you work with. You appreciate the people who work for you. You show appreciation, and more gifts come down. There must be this raising of the consciousness to appreciate people for who they are and what they give and what they deliver. Yeah, it's beautiful and very earthy. Very, it's the flower blooms, and then it blooms again, and then it blooms again. It's like the daffodils keep coming back, keep coming back. So the gifts will keep coming. If you can show that gratitude for little things around you, for this reading. If you haven't had anything today, just say thanks for the reading. Thanks for the reading. That changes your physiology, which changes your frequency, which changes your life. Little by little. So thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here and being part of this family. Thank you for listening to my nasal congestion. I hope you have a great week, and hopefully I'll be much sunnier next time you see me. Stuff is going to unfold. Revelations are going to come. There might be some sticky issues, choices to be made. Bring in the angels. Bring in all your supports. See it from a higher perspective. You're certainly moving into something which may mean dropping things away and learning a different way, combining what you know in a different way, and use amber to help you manifest that. Blessings. Take care of yourselves. Leave a comment below. You can go to my website, check all about me. You can give us a thumbs up. That would be great. If you don't want to leave a comment, just give us a thumbs up. It shows me that someone has heard and it has resonated, and that's important for me. Take care. Bye bye, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. Bye.